everyone, my name is Layna, and for the past 5 years at Nihon, I've helped students from all over the world come live and study in Japan. And today I'm here to answer some of the most frequently asked questions that we receive. Okay, so first question, I want to live in Japan, what is the best way? So there's a lot of different ways to live in Japan, from coming as a tourist and staying for up to 3 months, or having a job lined up and coming on a work visa. Nihon specializes with student visas, which means you would be coming to Japan for a minimum of 6 months and staying for a maximum of 2 years. I think it's the best way to live in Japan and really immerse yourself in the culture while mastering the language and also getting to meet a bunch of different people from all over the world. So next question is, what is the best school to learn Japanese? This really depends on your goals and what kind of study pace fits you best. Some of our partner schools specialize in preparing students for higher education in Japan, while others put a bit more emphasis on finding full-time employment. Some are fast-paced and requires a little bit more study hours outside of class time, while others are less demanding, which means you have a bit more free time outside of school. The next question is, I am over 30 years old. Am I too old to study in Japan, and what is the age limit? The minimum age requirement is 18, but there is no upper age limit. We've helped students in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, so it's never really too late to apply. So how much does language school cost? Tuition fees differ depending on the school, but as of January 2026, it ranges from 400,000 to 550,000 Japanese yen for 6 months of classes. How expensive is living in Japan? There are a lot of factors you need to consider here, like cost of living, tuition, or housing, but we usually recommend students to have around 1.2 million Japanese yen for every 6 months of classes, and this is also what Japanese immigration requests. You can find more information about costs on our blog. So next question, what is a sponsor and do I need one to apply? So when you apply for a student visa, you are required to provide financial evidence of your ability to support yourself during your stay in Japan. And this is done in the form of a financial sponsor. You can self-sponsor your application or ask a direct relative to sponsor. Can I work while studying in Japan? Yes, with a student visa, you are able to work up to 28 hours per week while you're enrolled in a language school. Just keep in mind that this is usually not enough to cover your cost of living while you're in Japan, so you would definitely need to have some savings before starting your studies here. What are the classes like? At a language school, you'll have 3 to 4 hours of classes per day, Monday to Friday, and they'll either be in the morning or afternoon depending on your class placement. Usually you would have grammar, conversation, kanji, and vocabulary classes, but there are also some schools that offer fun electives like history and art. How long can I stay in Japan on the student visa? When you're enrolled in a language school on a student visa, you can stay up to 2 years, but it depends on the term and the course that you've applied for. Once I finish Japanese language school, what options are available to me? So there are a lot of different options available, like moving on to higher education in Japan or aiming for full-time employment. That said, all of this depends on the kind of qualifications that you have. For example, if you don't have a higher education diploma, it can be quite difficult to find a job and get a work visa in Japan. How long does it take to become fluent in Japanese? Language schools offer 2-year courses because this is usually how long it takes for a student to go from beginner level to JLPT N2 proficiency. JLPT N2 is also what a lot of higher education institutions require, and it's also requested by a lot of employers in Japan. Of course, this really depends on the student and their learning style, and also how fast their language school classes are paced. So the next question is, will I have healthcare in Japan? Yes, if you are on a student visa, you are considered an official resident of Japan, which means you have access to Japan's national health insurance called Kokumin Kenko Hoken, which is super high quality and very affordable. I have anxiety, can I still study in Japan? Yes, but all applications are considered on a case-by-case basis. Some of our partner schools might ask for a medical report or an interview just to be able to make sure that they have the resources to be able to properly support you during your stay in Japan. Should I study in Tokyo or inaka? In case you don't know, inaka is the countryside of Japan. And the answer to this question, it really depends on your personality and what kind of lifestyle you like. For me personally, as someone from the inaka, I really appreciate the slower pace of life and all the beautiful nature. But I must say it's been really fun living in Tokyo and knowing that there's something new and exciting to explore every weekend. If you still have questions, just send us a message through the contact form on our website, and my team and I would be more than happy to help. We can help you in 7 different languages, and our support is completely free. We'll also link some useful articles and videos below to help you get started. Hope to see you soon in Japan. Mata ne!